YouTube and welcome back to another episode of F is 4. So this week I'm going to be showing you guys how to make an easy, simple, delicious, moist carrot cake. And I really hope that you enjoy. So stay tuned and let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is add 1 cup of all-purpose flour. And then I'm just going to put that in the bowl to mix all my dry ingredients together. And for the rest of the ingredients, I'm gonna need a cup of sugar as well. And then I'm gonna need a ½ teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1½ teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1½ teaspoons of nutmeg as well. Okay, so when you finish with that, you can just mix all of your dry ingredients together, and then in a separate bowl we're going to mix our wet ingredients. So for the wet ingredients, we will need 6 medium to large carrots, and this bag only costs 79 cents, so it's really inexpensive. Just make sure you have 6, and then just obviously peel off the skin because you don't want any of that in your cake. And then we're going to use a grater to shred it later. So I just got this grater at Walmart. I'm not going to use the big side, I'm going to use the small to medium side. And then I'm starting at the tip of my carrot, and then I'm just going back and forth in different motions. It kind of helps to move your carrot piece around so that you can get more off of it. Okay, so for the rest of the wet ingredients, I'm going to need 3/4 cup of canola oil, 2 large eggs, and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I only had imitation. I do recommend pure vanilla extract. And then I'm just going to whisk that together, and then I'm just going to add that to my dry ingredients. So with the carrots that we grated, it should have made about 1.5 cups. And then to that mixture, I'm going to add in my carrots, and then I'm just going to continue to whisk that. So your batter should look nice and orange. Kind of looks like throw up, but that's okay because it tastes really, really great. And to this, you can add in raisins, walnuts, whatever kind of nut you want. I am going to be adding in chopped walnuts that I got from Walmart. And I do recommend actually getting smaller walnuts than the size that I got because they were pretty big. But that'll do the trick, and then I'm just going to fold that together. Okay, so this recipe will make 2 8-inch pans, and then I'm just using these perfect parchment papers that I got from Michael's for about $4. And I love them because I don't have to spray my pan. I just put it in there, put my batter on top, and then it pops out really nice and easy. So if you want, you can double this recipe to get a taller looking cake, but there's only a few of us in my house, so I just made 2 8-inch rounds, and it was just basically a single layer cake. And then you're going to bake that at 350 for about 35 minutes. So for the frosting, I'm going to use 1 package of Philadelphia cream cheese. I do recommend Philadelphia cream cheese, and you will need 1 stick of salted butter or unsalted, it really doesn't matter. I'm going to be using my KitchenAid mixer to mix everything together because I am very lazy. And I'm going to let that mix for about a minute or so, just until it gets nice and blended. And then we can start adding in our powdered sugar. For the powdered sugar, you will need about 3 cups, but it just depends on how sweet you want your icing. I don't like my icing too sweet, so I think 3 cups is good enough for me. So you will need to scrape the sides of your bowls because, you know, the mixer doesn't get everything. And you don't even have to use a KitchenAid mixer. You can use a hand mixer, or you can actually whisk the frosting together yourself. But like I said, the KitchenAid just makes everything so easy. But yeah, I just let that blend for about 3 to 5 minutes until it's nice and creamy, and then I'm going to use that to top the cake. So I have my cake board, and I have a paper towel underneath, and I'm going to put some cream cheese on top of my board so that my cake won't slide around. And then just using a butter knife or a spatula, you can just go ahead and, you know, flatten the icing out so that you can prep for the next layer and then just smooth it out. So I'm using a butter knife just to get the edges so that I can lift this baby out nice and easy with my perfect parchment papers. And then if you are using those parchment papers, just remember to remove them. And then I have a bag of my cream cheese icing. I'm going to cut the end off, and then that's how thick you want it. But I'm going to start at the top, and then I'm going to go around in a circular motion, and then I'm going to just fill that in like I'm coloring the pages. So you're going to do the same things on the side, and if you don't want to use this method of icing your cake, you don't have to. You can use the side icer, you can use the spatula to ice your cake. I just thought this way was very simple and easy, so this is what works for me. And if you have like holes or spaces on your cake, it's okay, because we're going to use a side scraper to make that cake nice, smooth, and even. So I'm starting at about a 45-degree angle, and I'm wiping the excess frosting off onto my bowl so that I can get a nice clean edge, and so that when I drag my cake scraper onto my cake, it gets a nice smooth side. So I do have this naked spot right here, and that's okay if you do have some of those. You can just put more icing on top of it and then just smooth it out again. I'm now going to use my angled spatula to clean my cake board. You can use a paper towel if you'd like as well. And then I'm going on the sides and I'm dragging in the icing so that my top is nice, smooth, and leveled. If you have like trouble with this, just watch some of my other tutorials. I go more into detail on that. And then I have some orange buttercream, and then I squeeze and then I gently release to make it look like a carrot. And I'm going to put about 8 of these on top of my cake, along with the little grass tip for the carrot top. Alright, so here's the final product. I just put some walnuts around for decoration, and as you can see, it cuts so nice and smooth, and it's so soft and moist. This cake recipe is like one of the best carrot cake recipes. Thanks everybody for watching my video. If you liked it, give it a fat thumbs up, a juicy thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel and comment and do all that good stuff. And see you in the next one. Bye!